Why do you think Red Riding Hood is such a great story to tell, and what is it about for you?
Red Riding Hood was meant to teach children lessons, and I think it's a great story to tell because, well, right now, I mean, in my adulthood, I think it's a very gothic kind of dark tale, and I like that. I like that a lot. I think it's sexy and fun, but as a child, I was terrified of it. But I think we like it because it's very simple, but it has a lot of meaning to it. For me, Red Riding Hood is about a young girl having to decide from, choose right and wrong, and decide what's safest.
What has been your other favorite children's books in the past, and why?
My favorite children's books, I love The Giving Tree. It's my favorite book of my whole childhood. The Berenstain Bears that is the greatest collection of books. It is so cute, a cute little family of bears and their journeys. I mean, there's a few scary ones, but everything's themed for different seasons and holidays, and it was just really fun.
It seems like there's a trend right now with movies with Snow White and Cinderella and other fairy tales coming to the screen. How do you explain this wave of films?
Well, ours was the first one, and just getting it out of the way. But I think it's just a trend. In every culture, there's always a trend, and people, because it transcends, continents and time. It's so internationally known that I think that the studios and Hollywood wants, thinks that people will embrace these types of stories made into movies, because obviously we have to add all the other elements, and we have to really create a story around what already exists in the fairy tales, and that's fun. I mean, I'm fascinated by them. There's a very psychological, counterpart to these stories. And if you expand on that, I think you can get something really cool and really entertaining.
Leonardo DiCaprio is mentioned as a producer. How is the collaboration with him, and how much input did he have?
He had a lot of input with Leo had a lot of input with the casting process. We were definitely in contact about, throughout the process of casting all these boys, and I told him exactly what I thought was, exactly who I thought Peter should be, which is, I thought Shiloh from the beginning was perfect, and he really had my back on that, and we all kind of worked it out together, and he also was the person whose idea it was to make this movie and make Red Riding Hood into a full-length movie. And then he came to Vancouver and kind of oversaw a bunch of things and saw a bunch of scenes cut together, and so he was always around.